We are live, folks. Oh, it's Friday. That means I can go doink.
It's not Friday.
That's
Wednesday.
Friday to me. It's Friday to me. It's fucking Friday to me, kid. It was
The
Friday
day
to me when I
before the
walked
day
in.
off.
It was Friday to me when I walked to the door of my work this morning. I've been in the woods in my mind all day. How the
Just
hell
don't
you
get-
been?
Awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yeah, I know I'm a day early and a dime short, but obviously we're probably not going to be around tomorrow, so that's why.
Happy
Yeah, chances are
Europeans.
I'll be on the road.
Yeah.
Happy
And
European and introduction to diseases to Indigenous Peoples Day.
You are? I know, right? We land in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and hey, you Indians, would you like some fucking plague? Would you like some fucking smallpox? You know, everybody follow anything about Plymouth Rock and the Mayflower and all that bullshit?
My relatives came over
Look.
on it.
Little FYI to anybody that because some people like me that like history and they might want they might be in the Northeast someday and want to visit it. Okay, you ready? Here's Plymouth Rock. Everybody thinks it's this giant fucking.
It's just a little boulder. It's like it's not very big at all.
It's
like 2 foot, right? 2 foot tall, right?
It's fucking tiny. You would think. The other thing that bothers me is that they have it. Trust me, they have it. It's all nice. They have a nice thing you read on it the whole night. Don't misunderstand me. You would think they spend more money on the derelicts that write all over it and write all over the
cleaning it off all the time.
Yeah, but they also write not only on the rock, but they write on the what do you call it? The shit around it and everything too. With the graffiti. And,
okay, tell me the truth. Once you've seen it, did you have a little something in the back of your mind that just wanted to kind of roll it over?
No. I saw it. The first time I saw it, I was probably 7 years old when the first time I saw it.
Well, then it had to look pretty huge.
Yeah. So that's in Plymouth, Mass. Plymouth. Okay. Now, Plymouth Plantations PL, because this is how they used to spell it back in the Puritan days, right? They used to spell it PLIMOUTH.
Speaking of Puritan, you look kind of like one of them scary Puritan bad guys you see in the movies that sentence people to the stocks and stuff.
But at Plymouth Plantation during the summer, late spring, they have a they live the way the Puritans used to years ago for the summer. Late spring and summer for I think it starts May 1st. And they'll go from May 1st like Labor Day. And they live in the garb, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? They make clothes. It's really, really cool to see.
Beat their flocks. Try to make clothes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see.
I remember being in
matter, Mikey. It's all going to be part of Canada soon.
Fuck off. Glad everybody's here except for Ohio. Let me tell you a funny story, people. So 99.999999999% of the time, when I do a chat, we send links through Facebook. And Ohio's things on, I send it to them. Boom. I send Dish, Stevie, Shalisa, you know what I mean? Anyways.
The usual suspects.
Right. Ohio is 99.9999999% the last one all the time. So I send a link, and then I send a text, say, link sent. Then I go, well, Ohio ain't going to be here because he's lit up on Facebook, so I go, Dish isn't lit at all. I go, I got time to go have a smoke. I come back from having a smoke and he's sitting there. What did he do? I'm going to play the lottery because, you know what I mean? But anyways, so we tonight, as Ohio alluded to, we have the usual suspects. Mr. Ohio Wolverine joins us, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Ohio, I hope everything is well. Glad to see you. I know I break your balls, but it is good to see you. And it has been 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Did you get enough Kleenex and stuff since your
Oh, yeah.
candidate lost?
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
Most importantly, Stevie and Susie's Homestead is here, and they're up the motherland. There she is, tired from doing that friggin' mailbox post today. You
Shit.
guys, how are you?
Mailbox posts, flag posts, unloading
Flag
a
post.
trailer.
Get to work and see what happens.
Good.
Knocks out like a light.
I didn't see you count, fix dinner, and rub your feet also. Was that?
Well, I didn't get the foot rub, but bless her heart, I asked her, I goes, could you please, because I was not in the mood to fire up the barbecue. And she volunteered after I asked her to cook a fucking hamburger about that big. It was epic.
I like how you say volunteered. You're gonna mention that you told her if you don't cook it, I'm gonna lock you out in the cold.
I'm going to
Right.
cancel that order for the outhouse heater.
And lastly, but never surely the leastly, is my favorite, the ever beautiful.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Dish, how's your mom?
She's doing pretty good. She's holding in there. We went to the store today to get some last minute Thanksgiving stuff, and she wanted to look at all the Christmas stuff in the stores.
Oh, Lord.
Well, please tell us a happy Thanksgiving when you see her again.
Okie dokie, I will do that. She said to tell you guys that also.
Oh, thank you.
Sweet. You know, you can go to Home Depot and get all the Christmas stuff you could imagine now.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Halloween did the same thing.
Dude, I drove past a house the other day. It had like a 45, 50-foot fucking Santa Claus in the front yard. I want one of those. I don't know how much that goddamn thing costs, but it's a huge inflatable. It's like, you know, if you're looking at a 2-story house, it's an additional story above a 2-story house.
Holy crap.
So it's got to be, what, 30, 40 feet tall?
What's it got,
Easy.
like a Volkswagen engine on the fan or something?
I have no idea, dude. But, I mean, I was like, you could see it down the road for the longest time. And I was like, what the hell is that? Then I'm like, that's a freaking inflatable. And then when I got close, I was like, it's freaking huge.
Huge. That's what
Huge.
said.
I bet it's made in China.
First in tonight was none other than Big Dog of the kind. Big Dog, I hope things are well. You're gonna get some snow too, I believe.
Cool. We got two.
Yeah, it's too warm. We're supposed to get snow, but it's like 40 degrees. We're gonna get rain all night.
Mr. Multi Gunman coming right in from the
what up, Multi?
Great land of Canada. Hope things are well, sir. Good to see you.
Today, Canadian Thanksgiving.
Is today Canadian Thanksgiving or is that after ours? Or in December or something? No, that's Boxing Day.
I have no idea. Being honest, I couldn't even tell you.
You better start to learn, Mikey, because you're going to need to learn them Canadian holidays soon.
You stop that bullshit, please.
It's on national news everywhere.
Stop it! You sound so silly when you talk like
I sent you the link.
It's just like
I sent you a link.
It's just hey, it's just like all those people that gotta move because Trump's president. Did you?
I think 2 of them moved to Europe so far.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres did, I think.
Yeah, for a vacation, I bet.
Canadian Thanksgiving is in October.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, I can't see the comments.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So, Dish, you're the expert at looking things up. Look up.
Here we go.
Democrats that want to succeed to Canada because of Trump.
Okay. Yep. Listen, Texas has been wanting to do it since day one. How they fared?
You can't do Texas?
Texas wants to succeed as their own country.
Since day one.
Right, as their own country.
Okay.
Massachusetts wants to join Canada.
It's not going to happen. We don't touch Canada. And New Hampshire certainly ain't going to fucking allow it. New Hampshire? Are you kidding me? That ain't going to happen.
Who gave who what on them states up there?
What do you mean? They're all blue.
One big state gave part of its state to another state to make another state. Back in the way in history.
Massachusetts owned Maine.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you'll take Maine back, and then you'll be connected.
I'd love to. I'd love to. I would. Are you kidding me? That's like a friggin'
Wait, though.
all night long.
If you take Maine back, then all your rules will be applied to Maine. So,
No. I just want it to be Maine. I want Massachusetts to be Maine.
oh, okay, the other way around.
You know, it is so funny how and I found out so much this week. It's just amazing. I can go to Canada as long as it's been, after a certain amount of years. I don't have to. Remember a long time ago I asked you guys about. I couldn't figure out how, when I called New Hampshire and they said as long as you're not a felon, you can own a gun here and blah 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 blah, right? And I told her all my stuff, and she says, "Are you a felon?" I said, "No." She said, "You can." And I thought she was just saying that I could just buy it, do it private sale. Nope. Here's what I found out. As soon as all my paperwork reads New Hampshire, they call the FBI, and I guess there's this thing. They're calling the FBI office, and they're not obviously calling Washington. They're calling fucking the FBI office in fucking Concord, New Hampshire.
Oh, the local.
Yeah. And so it's coming out New Hampshire thing. So yeah, on the 4473, doesn't matter if I fill it out that this is there and that's there and all this and that. I'm not going to get denied because I live in New Hampshire. Yep.
But about in 6 years, they might tell you something after they connect to Washington or. Dish, your face is so well lit up. I got to ask you, did you get your OnlyFans light? That perfect little round light?
So I gotta ask. Don't lie, don't exaggerate. Because we've talked through the year. We've all talked through the year. And I thought pretty much all of us said that we thought it would be a kind of a close race. I'm going to tell you something. I never would have guessed that he would have spanked her like that. I wouldn't have. I don't think anybody else really did either.
Hi, Shalisa.
Hey, Shalisa, I missed something. What are we commenting on?
On the fucking presidential race. Did you really? We all talked about this earlier, how we thought it was going to be close. Did you really think he was going to shellac her like that?
No, that was pleasantly.
She could have won. She could have won Pennsylvania and still lost.
Yeah, it was so good. It was unreal, and it made me leery. I was like afraid to celebrate. It's like when something's too good, like you find a $100 bill on the ground. It's like, all right, who's watching me? Or is it, or what?
Or is it donkey?
Yeah, or is it counterfeit?
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's just
it's kind of nice though. I sure found out what friends of mine were libtards or not. It was easy to pick them out after that night.
Yeah.
Gone, blocked, gone. See ya.
Now, why do you do that?
I didn't.
All right.
I actually have a good time, going back and forth with them.
And that's the cool thing, right? But some of those
as
people,
long as they don't turn into a-holes.
Some of those people don't like to do that, though, Steve. Some of those people are just so full of hate.
Oh, those got to get. See ya.
When you can't have a big boy discussion with big people without,
Don't say arguing, because you in Ohio do that all the time, but you have an understanding. You know, when it's all said and done, you shake hands and,
Oh, absolutely.
you know.
That's why him and I should go on, like, you know, Meet the Press or something, or fucking, you know,
Point, counterpoint.
oh, how much fucking money would that fucking we'd make? Oh.
Right.
Shalisa, welcome. How are you, beautiful? You and Mr. Steve-O, you do have a link in your Facebook. I know it's the night before Thanksgiving. I know that people I get it, but I'm just letting you know that it's there.
Mike, I got to tell you something. They might be a little bit too uptown for us, because they have a brand new living room floor that looks fabulous.
Oh, did they wear it out? Did they wear out the other one?
Somebody got tired of the rug burns.
Rug burns on the shoulder blades.
Shoulder blades, kneecaps, whatever.
You know.
Elbows.
Can we put some wood in there? Or?
Yes, please.
Charlie and I are making a cake. Plus, we got to get to bed. Yeah, no problem, Charlie. I'm just glad you're here. So I'm able to say Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I hope you have a great day. You know.
You didn't open the. There you go.
Swamp Donkey, it's a pleasure to see you, my friend. I hope things are well.
What up, Swamp Donkey?
I love it when he calls me fish.
Fish. Anybody
That
else?
was a typing mistake a long time ago.
Yeah.
Still,
That's it, right?
How many years ago was that?
straight up is open.
Yeah, but
Crisscross is close. Go about half.
it's better than I could go.
Oh, we'll go the other way then.
Steve, do you have snow on the ground yet?
There you go. Nope. I seen one spot in the woods that had like a little glaze of it. That was it.
Did you shoot a deer up there yet?
Not interested yet.
What do you mean not interested?
Which, by the way, I just read the book.
Are you fucking high?
I can go out any time of the year, just about till January 12th, with any weapon I choose and shoot a doe in a heartbeat.
Cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're trying to really cut the herd down.
Craig, what's up, buddy? Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Great to see you.
Oh, did I forget to say and not leave my porch?
Great to see you.
Now, if I teach Susie to walk out in the woods and dud them, I'll have it all rigged up, man.
Oh, Stevie, I forgot you can't read the chat. Meet me outside says Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, but I just figured, you know.
Now, I don't want to put it in the freezer down below.
Yep.
And we don't have a freezer up here yet. The first thing going after I fix the outhouse is getting our solar going. And then we're going to buy a freezer.
Stevie, it's fucking winter in Michigan. Fucking, that's your fucking freezer, dumbass.
Hey, Mikey, we got coyotes up the wazoo. That deer
So
wouldn't
hang
make
it. Hang it.
Hey, honey, it's time for dinner. Go cut another slab off.
Did you see them fucking? Did you ever see that? That's what they do in Alaska. Did you see how they did the last Alaskans?
I know, but I'd have to build a shed to hang. Actually, I got a little back room that's perfect size for hanging a deer.
You're gonna need your bandsaw though, because it's gonna be a little hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Take the meat, use your bandsaw, and just
Out there with an axe at 9:30 at night making dinner.
It's fucking meat flying everywhere. Yeah,
Put my
Swamp Donkey tomorrow.
war paint on.
But so my buddy's mad at me. He wants me to sleep in the loft. I says, no, I'm still gonna set the tent up. I'll probably sleep in the tent. Ohio, if you tell me if that's a thing that says Massachusetts going to secede, stop it.
That's it. I've been
Craig,
telling you.
Craig,
It
have you
started with
heard
New
anything
York
on the
and other
news?
states.
Hang on, I'm going to ask a fellow person that knows a lot in this state. Have you heard the news about Massachusetts?
How
Say that
about
word
just
for,
clicking on the link and looking at it yourself?
say that word for me. Seceding, is that how you say it?
Succeeding,
Yeah.
succeeding from the United States to join Canada.
To join
Along with-
Canada because Donald Trump is the president. Because I haven't seen it on the news once, haven't seen it in a newspaper, haven't seen it on an alert on my phone, nothing. I think it's fake news.
Well, click the link.
You know, I did see one video. They had a whole line of people chipping away at the border of California, trying to get it to fall off into the ocean.
Unfortunately, soon half of California will be with all those. You know, it's due for another fucking 8.4 on the Richter scale earthquake. So
Yeah,
Listen, they
it's a beautiful
say-
state. But between the earthquake and the weird people, I don't think I could live there. Maybe way up north or something.
I couldn't live in California now with the stupid rules they got. Oh, speaking of stupid rules, you ready? I watched 3 videos. I always try to do at least 3 to get a good, you know. And because they put a certain law into effect, guess what state is now number 1 for owning for you know, like being pro 2A, the friendliest state.
For being pro 2A?
Yeah, for being, you know, for the easiest, you know, like for the, like one of the easiest to get to own a gun.
Probably Arizona.
Nope. Guess again.
Oklahoma.
Arizona was number 2, I believe.
Oh.
Oklahoma.
No.
Don't say Texas, because I know it's not Texas.
Nope.
Where does
Texas
Big
was like
Al-
18th. By the way,
Where does Big
I
Al
will
live?
tell you, you people in Michigan were like number fucking 38. Just saying.
Wow.
Ohio was 28 or 29 or something.
Well,
I'll help you out. State of New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
No kidding.
Yes.
Huh.
Well, that state's what, about the size of a county in most states?
I'm sorry, Craig. The question was, have you heard anything around here? You know, when I mean around here, I mean, you know, around me and you, about us being in the state of Massachusetts, seceding to fucking Canada because
Hang on.
Trump is.
Let me read this real quick before I leave.
Hang on a
for
minute. I'm talking to Craig. I'm just asking him if he's heard anything.
Well, he's not going to be able to answer you back because he's not on the fucking chat. He's going to have to type it in. So just let me.
So what? That's exactly. I want him to be able to type it in.
I'm just going to read this where it says
Hey,
New York
I'm
State
trying to have a
Dem senators.
conversation.
It says, instead of all of us trying to illegally cross the border at night without them noticing, which is pretty hard because there's a lot of us,
Thank you, Byron.
they should instead agree to let us be the southeast province of the new province in Canada.
I don't want to try to give you a booby, but it's like,
New York, Canada, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont would combine and be a great new province as the southeast province.
Okay, now can you stop for a second?
Sad
Craig.
thing is, I don't think Canada would want them.
Craig, have you heard anything in the state of Massachusetts on the news, on your phone, alert, or anything like that, on anything about this shit? Because guess what? I haven't heard nada.
On your news, on your phone. We ain't got no time for that.
I'm going back over there.
Okay. Susie's clothes sorting. We bought her some new totes today.
Still got one empty.
I've never seen anybody with
I just
summer
don't-
clothes and winter clothes. I didn't know that was a thing.
Exactly, Craig. Thank you. Not a goddamn thing. There's not
Okay,
a
instead of just arguing with me that you didn't hear anything, fucking click the link and watch
I'm
it for
not
yourself.
arguing. I'm just saying to you, the logistics behind this link. Okay, I'm
It's
trying to
Fox
say,
News.
I don't give a fuck if it was fucking ABC News.
It does.
I'm
Well, then I
trying to-
probably wouldn't believe it if it was ABC.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Fake news.
I'm trying to say something to you. Okay. Okay. What I'm trying to get at, I'll try to use this analogy. If I said to you, "Hey, Ohio, you're going to get 8 feet of snow tomorrow morning," and you haven't heard nothing about it, right? Would you? But there was somebody in your chat from your area, and you were trying to ask them if they've heard it, that it was coming. Don't you think that that one of the states in which you're talking about would have heard it prior?
Can I answer? Can
All
I
I'm
answer?
saying. What?
Please, Steve, answer.
If somebody said that to me, I'd go, yeah, okay, I'll go look that up instead of arguing with them right in front of their
I'm not
face.
arguing. I don't.
I mean, I even supplied you with the link. All you
I
got to
just
do is
call
click on it and
fake
look at it.
news.
I sent a link.
I just call it fake news. That's all. I'm sorry.
Well, we
I don't
we
believe
had
that.
I mean, what would you believe? I mean, it shows
I don't-
her on the floor of Congress doing this.
Okay. Shows who?
mean-
My governor?
You know what we have a problem with now is premature news. They hear a little tidbit and they start announcing it.
Ohio who? My governor?
No, it's just
said her.
Democrat. Well, first of all, it's
You
a
said
stupid
her.
idea because it's a Democratic idea. The Democrats are the ones coming up with it.
Well, I
For
don't
that
care if
area.
it's who's Democrat, Republican. That shit doesn't bother me. I just want to know, like, when you said her, did you mean because I have a her for a governor? That's why I was asking.
Some lawmaker,
Is she
a
a-
Democratic lawmaker. I don't know them all. I barely know the ones in my state.
Hey,
Was
happy
she like
Thanksgiving,
a-
Philly. Philly,
State representative or something?
Philly, did you hear Massachusetts wants to secede and go to Canada?
Of course, how long has Texas been talking about succeeding and being
Since
their
day
own
one.
country?
Yeah,
Day
but you
one.
have to understand. I explained that once. Texas wants to succeed to become its own country. This
Yeah.
lady's talking about succeeding to join another country,
But
and
how's
just
that?
become a province of another
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, I don't.
Kind of like what they're doing out there in is it Washington or Oregon?
What do you
Like
mean?
Oregon, like almost half of Oregon wants to succeed and become part of Utah or
Yeah.
some shit like that. And
Yeah.
that's probably
Phil-
going to happen because they're voting on it.
Philly, what do you mean repeat, Mike? What does that mean? Oh, repeat what I said? There's a link, if you scroll up, Phil, there's a link from Fox News that Massachusetts, New York, Vermont want to, if I'm probably saying the word wrong,
Succeed.
succeed from the U.S. and become a province of Canada. Have you heard anything on it? This is kind of cool. I got my a Masshole, my Masshole buddies are representing tonight. So fuck all y'all.
You got your people working on it,
I got my people with me tonight.
but they can't work this.
I got my people.
Do
with
any
me
of them know
tonight.
how to click a link?
Are you kidding me? Of course they all do. Phil, let me tell you something. Philly, and Meet Me Outside. First of all, two great guys. Second of all, the two pretty fucking smart guys. Yeah, me neither, Phil. Because you know why? The link that Ohio's sending us is fake news.
You're too sentimental. Susie's so
Multi-government says,
sentimental about her clothes.
can I do the reverse of that? I'd like Saskatchewan to join the USA. I like my idea much better. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
Swamp Donkey wouldn't have to move so far.
That'd be great. Then I get to see you. I don't need a passport. I get to see
Sorry. Excuse me.
well, there's a couple of you out there. Multi government. You are multi government. Sass Green, 13th man. Those couple of people that have their canvas tents out there in the middle of nowhere. in Saskatchewan on YouTube. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm with you. Because there is one thing about this place. Hey, Pete Ascot, happy Thanksgiving to you, sir.
Hey, Pete Ascot, what up, bro? I got to say one thing about this building we're in. It must be well insulated. We went all day long without a fire because I had to redo the stovepipe.
Yep.
And I don't think it got below 60 degrees in here. And it's only, if we were lucky, it was 30 outside.
Yeah. We're not getting snow tomorrow. We're gonna get rain. Well, I'm getting rain. I don't know about meet me outside, but I'm getting rain, and it's gonna be like 32 degrees. So I'm not going to a football game tomorrow.
Right on.
See, in the Northeast, they do Thanksgiving Day is high school rivalry football, big for high school rivalry football day, and
that's because they don't have a great team like the Lions to play on Thanksgiving.
Right, pro there, you stupid bastard. I'm talking about high school.
Football, schmutball.
So I usually go to the high school that I graduated from.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They got they built the kids up here a really nice sports, what do you call it?
Complex.
It's big old sports complex. And man, is nice. They love their football up here.
Oh yeah. You know what you need? You need to walk around in Ohio State fucking sweatshirt up there.
I don't know. I'm a little far from the border.
Susie, if you ever get mad at him, just put an Ohio State patch on his back and say, Michigan sucks. Oh, you're going to get rain too, Craig? That sucks. I wasn't sure. You know how sometimes, one side of the state gets rain and one side of the state gets snow? Yeah, I like hockey. I like hockey too, Swamp Talkie, but there's something going on with my Boston Bruins. I don't have no idea what's going on with them.
Supposedly, we got 2 big giant storms coming. They were estimating the snow in feet, not inches.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Dish, you're right on the worst of it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So get some groceries.
Right.
Bread and milk.
Yeah, bread and milk.
Hey, I got to drop out and get back in because I'm trying to connect to my car.
Okay.
Okay. Do me a favor. I can't open up another link. Oh, are they? Excellent, Swamp Donkey. I need somebody to click on that link from Fox News. And all you got to do, I want the author of it. Ohio's back. Maybe he knows the author. Ohio. Who's the author of that link? Ohio. Is he there? There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
You got the audio. Ohio. Who's the author on that link?
What do you mean? Who's the author?
Like who wrote the article?
It's Fox News on
right.
On their...
I get that, but usually it'll say like Susan James from Fox News reports blah 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 blah.
Oh, I don't know. It should be on when you clicked on it. It should be in the corner, I guess, wouldn't it, or under the text?
Well, I can't. If I do, I'm going to lose you guys. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe Dish. Can you click the link and see?
Yeah, let me look for it. There.
That's cool, Craig.
Yeah, because Mike believes everything Dish says.
Craig, where I want to go? Somebody told me, and I've never been out there. I was wondering if you ever been. I want to go to Monroe. I was told there's a pond or a lake in Monroe. Got some decent fish in it. And I guess that's also, somebody was telling me that's also where the AT runs through Mass, or part of where the AT runs through Mass is Monroe. Monroe, Mass, you guys, is like the smallest town in Massachusetts.
It says senior correspondent Eric Shawn reports.
Eric Shawn. Okay, hang on. That name I will write down. All right. So Craig said he just looked at it and he said that it's some lefty Democrat spouting off. All right. That's what I was safely assuming. Eric Shaw. Oh. What I don't understand is why would they let them? You know what I mean?
I mean, would it be that much states to Canada, really?
If it would be what? Yeah, you broke up a little bit there.
I said, would it be that much of a loss if we did lose those states to Canada?
Why don't you go fuck yourself in the horse you rode in on?
Well, no,
You
no,
wonder
honestly,
why? You wonder why I yell at you every week. You wonder why I yell at you every week because you say stupid things like that, and you expect me not to say anything, or you say them just so I will yell at you every week. One or the other.
But listen, seriously though, every single one of those states all voted for Kamala Harris. She won every single one of them.
Listen to me.
So
Listen to me.
we don't
You
want them
sound
fucking
like
up the
my
election in
sister.
2028.
You know who you sound like? You sound like the red color of my sister. You know why? Because she's like, no, I can't believe all these people voted for Donald Trump. You know what they call that? You know what they call that? A free fucking country. You vote for who you want. Who cares? Who cares what state voted blue, what state voted red? Does it bother you?
Well, when they cheat, yeah.
Oh, for the love of fucking God.
Hey, Stump.
Oh, Monroe State Forest. Cool. All right, thanks, Craig. Stumper! Kid, how are you? You want a link, kid?
What up, Stump? Check this out. This is my dad's Coleman.
Oh,
I
wow.
love
That's
those. Is that a
awesome.
pump?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's got the price written on the side of it.
$199?
$13.95.
Oh my God.
What's one of those cost you now? About $60.
Wow.
Probably.
I don't have a clue.
You're not going to get the You're not going to get the quality of what they were made back then.
No.
Right.
No way.
Oh,
But I
this
wonder what
thing's
a
a
new
tank.
Coleman.
Holy shit, the Bruins won 6-3.
Do they even make Coleman lanterns that still take the white gas, or is it just the propane ones now? Because I have a propane one.
No, they still make them, but they're harder to find than the propane ones. You have to look.
I'm gonna have to check that out, Craig.
I mean, look at the shape of this thing. You can still, the sticker on it looks like new.
Oh, wow.
Probably take me 2 hours to get out there.
Wow.
We're gonna look that up, Dish.
What's that?
Pull a driver of all and find out how far it is from my house to.
And what drugstore you use and what school your kids go to.
Absolutely, Craig. Absolutely. Yeah, they did Swamp Donkey. I'll never forget that night. So I'm like, your kids go to this school today? What the I was fucking dying. You guys don't. Hey, do me a favor. Don't talk for a minute. Monroe State Forest. Okay, now you can.
That sensitive, huh?
Wow, 2 hours and 15 minutes for me to go to Monroe State Forest. It looks beautiful, though.
That's nothing for a truck driver.
Oh, I know, but it looks absolutely fucking beautiful. I love the state I live in. I mean, the beauty of the Berkshires in Massachusetts, And then, I am a city guy sometimes. So, I mean, I do love the
I want to ask you, Ohio, who's got it better, me or Mike? Mike can drive 2.5 hours and get to a state forest fishing ground, or I could drive 2.5 hours and get to Dish's house.
You're just some asshole, too.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, hang on. Is he still in his state, though, if he drives 2.5 hours?
Hey, asshole.
No,
Listen.
seriously, I'm asking from where you're, because you're right on the border of another state, right, where you live?
Yeah, how many
you're
states
5 minutes from...
how many states does Massachusetts border? 5.
Oh, man.
5.
Okay.
I was bad in geometry, so I don't know.
But what does that...
It'd be Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire.
Okay. So, but what I'm saying is, if you pick a direction and drive 2.5 hours, are you still in Mass?
Of course I am. Dude, it'd take me 4.5 hours, probably almost 5 hours to go from the northwest tip of the state of Massachusetts, the northwest corner, all right, which is like North Adams, all right, the New York, yeah, like where New York, Vermont, and all them. Right
that's the New York border area. Okay.
Yep. And then you go to the tip of the fucking Cape Cod. That's fucking 4.5 fucking hours, kid.
Yeah, but the only thing Cape Cod has is those fucking kettle potato chips.
Why are you being such a douche on Thanksgiving Eve?
Don't you? You know what I'm talking
You're
about?
shitting on my state, and I hate it when you do that.
I'm not
I
shitting
don't
on your
shit
state.
on Ohio.
Oh, the fuck you don't. No, but seriously though,
that company's gone, and I'd
2.5.
be willing to guess most of the inheritance is gone by now too.
Oh, see,
So-
Craig's only an hour. Craig's only an hour from there. That's pretty cool.
So if you get in your car right now and you drive, say, 3 hours north, are you still going to be in Massachusetts?
No, you know that.
No, I don't know that, Mikey. That's why I'm
How
asking.
Yes, you do, because how many times have I told you? How many times have I said? You ready? I'll try not to get excited.
Normal.
Okay. How many times have I told you? If I want a gun legally,
Okay.
all I have to do is move 2 miles north to New Hampshire.
North. Okay.
What does that tell you?
Okay.
What
So,
does me saying
okay,
2 miles north tell
that
you?
means you're right on the border of New Hampshire.
Thank
But
you.
okay, if you go east, how far do you got to go east till you get to another state?
If I go east, I hit water.
Hit the ocean.
Okay. So that's over by Boston then, right?
No, Boston is technically south of me. Technically south of me.
But
East of
Boston,
me,
but Boston's
east of
on
me is
the.
Cape Ann.
But
East of me is
Boston's.
Cape, listen. East of me is Cape Ann, Newburyport, Newbury.
But is Boston's on the shore though, right? Or close to the shore?
Yeah, Boston's right on the water. Yes,
Yeah, that's
Boston
what
Harbor.
that's
The Tea Party. Remember?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought you were like in like I thought you were like in the southeast corner, but you're in the northeast
no.
corner,
Way northeast.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
very northeast.
And so
So
if you drive, if you drive west, you're looking at like a 5-hour drive to get to what? New York?
no, I can be in New York City in 3 hours. I can be in West. It for me to tell you what, it takes me 3 hours. You ever hear of what do you call it? Saratoga, New York? Have you ever heard of Saratoga? They do the horse racing
Yeah,
out there.
I've heard like there's a radio station out there or something. Yeah.
Okay. That's 3 hours from my house. Albany is 2 hours from my house. Have you hear Albany, New York?
Yeah.
All right. Albany, New York is 2 hours from my house.
Hey, SKS.
I can be in Batavia, New York You know where that is? Just outside
No.
Buffalo.
Well,
Just outside
answer this though.
on the
How many?
on the Mass Pike, just outside Buffalo, in about 5 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay. In less than 3 hours drive, how many different states can you get in?
5.
You can get to every state within 3 hours.
Dude,
That borders
Massachusetts
Massachusetts.
borders 5 fucking states.
I know that, but I'm just saying, if you pick a direction and drive 3 hours, you can make it to another state, right? That's my whole point, dude. All I'm asking is, can you hit another state? Can you hit all 5 states in less than 3 hours?
Oh, can I drive through every one of those states in 3 hours?
No. I know it takes you 2 minutes to get to New Hampshire, right? It takes you 2 minutes to get to New Hampshire, right?
It takes me 2 minutes to get to New Hampshire. It takes me 40 minutes to get to Maine.
Okay.
Maine and Massachusetts don't touch. There's 16 miles of 95 in between in New Hampshire.
Does anyone else understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
All right, Dish,
Okay.
help an idiot out then. Help me out.
He just wants to know if go ahead, Steve.
Go ahead, Dish.
If you traveled every direction of the compass,
Yep.
would you hit a new state in 3 hours every direction?
Yes.
There you go. Are you
That's all I need.
ready? I
Is
can go.
Massachusetts shaped kind of like a triangle?
No.
No, it's like a rectangle.
It's a rectangle with an arm on it. Like
Got
this.
it.
Okay.
That's
And
the
my fist
gay
being
arm?
Cape Cod.
Upper
Yeah.
Cape Cod.
Actually, from my shoulder down is Cape Cod.
Kind of like our
SKS
UP.
said hi to you, Steve.
ASKS. Thank you, Dish.
Hey,
Actually,
Mikey.
I lied. Hey, actually, I lied. I can be in 6 states in any point from my where I live.
Okay.
So in other
real
words,
quick
his-
question, Mikey. I just passed a FedEx truck that had 4 fucking trailers on it. Didn't you say that was illegal?
holy shit.
4?
4.
Are you on a turnpike?
I'm on the turnpike. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's only going. Let me see. That's probably.
The hub
Sure.
is right here, so he just
Yeah.
left the hub. So he's probably just going to the next hub, right? And hoping he doesn't get caught.
Yeah, because usually here in Mass, you can only do 248s or two pups, which are like 28 feet, 26 whatever feet.
Yeah,
Now,
they
I've
were
heard-
shorter.
But you can only do 48 footers on the Mass Pike. We can't. Like up here, I have Interstate 93 that runs through New Hampshire, from Mass into New Hampshire. And there's a 495. It's kind of like 495 here is the same one. What's that? Was it 290 whatever in Ohio that belts you around so you don't have to drive through Columbus? What's that highway that goes like this?
270.
270. Okay, that's our 495.
270 goes.
okay?
It's the outer belt.
Yeah, that's what 490. You can't do any 48-foot tandems on those. The only 48-foot tandems you can do is on the Mass State Turnpike, which is Route 90.
Yeah. Well,
Now I heard
these
they
were.
were trying to legalize. They call them truck trains. They were trying to legalize them out west where it's straight and flat.
I don't know.
They do that crap in Australia all the time, cross country.
Stump, you can do 3
Really
pumps
cool.
down there? Yeah, 25 foot is Philly. Thank you.
3 pups in the mountains? That's got to be scary.
Yeah, I see 3 here all the time, but that one was 4, and that's why I had to ask, because I know that we
I've
talked
never
about
seen
that
4.
before one time.
I've never seen 4. Just
Well,
like I said, the biggest one I've ever saw was the 248s.
Shit, I had trouble
Well,
backing
like
up my 8-foot trailer. I couldn't even imagine 4.
well,
Be like a
like I
freaking
said,
snake.
he's leaving one hub and heading towards the other hub. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Around
So
here,
he's probably just.
Yeah.
Around here, they don't even back up. Like the guys at XPO, they don't back up the fucking puppy.
Yeah.
They just unhook the fucking dolly and call it. They drop a fucking.
Right.
They drop the kite and then just fucking.
What do they call those little trucks in the yard that tow trailers around?
They don't really use them. Well, they do on big yards, but our yard's so small, they just use their regular tractor. But they call them yard jockeys.
Got you.
They have one at Marshall's Warehouse. Philly and I used to work around the corner from it years ago. Because we have a Marshall's Warehouse around the corner from where we used to work. And they used to have a yard jockey. And it's square. And all it has is he hooks up the air and goes, you know. Yard dog, same thing.
It's
right.
basically just got like enough room for one person to sit in it.
Exactly. And
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude? I'm passing a truck right now. The ones I hate are those damn car carriers with all the cars on it.
Oh, I don't mind them at all.
Oh, this dude's all over the place. It's the trailer's just wobbling everywhere. I mean, there's a lot of high winds, and it is like ice and snow right now. This is crazy, but
Well,
it's like what do they call it? Like rain snow mix type sleet stuff coming down right now.
Oh, yeah. Yucky.
Yuck. You can keep that. Thank you. You know, it's funny driving up here. It
Well,
was
that's because
all
it's like
sunshine.
right around.
All sunshine till I got like 15 minutes from the house. Then it was like all dark and gloomy.
Well, my gauge is saying it's 33 degrees, so that's like just about the freezing point. You know what I mean? So it's like there's nothing sticking on the
Yep.
ground. But I bet that does a number on our tree limbs and our electric wires here tonight. If it gets any colder.
Yeah,
Mike, FedEx double that spun out on 95. Yeah. In that morning storm in Southern Maine. Yeah, I knew the guy. I worked with the guy that spun him out. He went over Philly. You know where he spun out, okay? So Phil knows what I'm talking about. Actually, Craig might know what I'm talking about too. On 95, when you just go, it's not a steep hill. It's just one of these type hills. And he went over that hill and he lost his kite and it just went and he lost everything.
yikes. You know,
And
you're
it
having
was
a bad day.
inhuman.
You look out,
Yeah,
look out the side window
as
and see
soon
the
as-
trailer.
Yeah, as soon as that kite is not with you, you ain't bringing that thing back.
Seems like the only thing you could do is floor it. Try to get in front of it.
Nah, there's no way. You're not doing that with a 48 or a 53. It's just gonna go beside you. You're just gonna jackknife. You're gonna slide down the highway. And it's gonna put you in a ditch, or it's gonna put you in a. You know what I mean? Oh, you passed him that night? Yeah, he's the same idiot. That's the guy that Philly. That was the guy I was telling you about when Massachusetts passed.
I think I'll be too long.
Hey,
You
hey,
can shut off
hey,
the
hey,
light
hey,
if you want to light the lantern. So it's not directly in your eyeballs.
Massachusetts passed a law that you can, legalize marijuana. So, and all through the talks here in Mass, he was like, "Yeah, I can't wait till they do that. I can't wait till they do that." Well, the bosses heard it. As soon as they legalized it, what do you think they did to him?
Taxed it?
No,
Unconstitutionally drug tested him.
go piss in a cup. No, it's not unconstitutional. Go piss in a cup. He went and pissed in a cup and failed. Just because just because we can smoke weed.
Okay, I'm lighting the lantern. If you hear anything go boom, call 911, will you?
Yes.
Save the outhouse. I love the sound of those fuckers too.
Dude, it puts me right to sleep.
Oh, I love that sound, man. Dude, we used to go catfishing off the bridge up north with one of those. Oh my god, dude! I felt like I was down where Stump is or something. You know what I mean? It was just, I'm like, this is it. Because I told you, remember the poles we used to use were just bamboo with a string and a hook on it.
Yep.
You
Cane
know,
poles.
Yeah, the cane poles. That what it's called.
Yep.
They were my
Love those.
grandfather's. I miss. You know, they were leaning against the cottage when they had the fire, and they're
Holy
gone.
shit.
But
That's as good as a porn light.
what is wrong with you?
It's true. Can you see my pores? Gross. All them hairs that they missed. What?
Oh, hey, hold up that lantern. Swamp Donkey wants to see it. He said, "Nice one, witch."
You might not be able to see it with it on. Hold on.
Well, just go above. Twist around. Coleman. There you go, Swamp Donkey.
I can't remember the model, and it's on the bottom, and I don't want to tip it for obvious reasons. Old school, 60s. I think it like 1963 or something.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So when I'm leaving Friday morning, I'm heading up to Maine, Ranger area, Maine, up to where actually, if you guys, what you guys do watch Meet Me Outside, he's done he's done quite a few on Richardson Lake, which is a stone throw from where I stay.
I have to confess, I think I got some catching up to do.
And anyways, my buddy, I was just saying earlier, my buddy wants me to really stay in the cottage. I don't want to. So I'm going up Friday. I'll set up. It all depends upon how much snow they have. So I might have to do some shoveling before I start the tent up. Or the teepee, because technically it's a teepee, right?
Mikey,
so yeah.
Mikey, I watched a video other day. I don't know who these guys are, but I didn't subscribe to them yet, but I watched several of their videos. They're obviously they got money or something, because they take like the plane, you know, Plinko from like the game show Price is Right or whatever.
Yeah.
So they drop a Plinko thing down to all these dollar amounts, and then it's like 100, 500, you know, 1,000, 10,000. You know, it's like damn. So when they drop the ball down and it hits the price, then they decide that's how much money they can spend for one night to survive in the wilderness or whatever, camping.
Yep.
And they pick teams. And they like, okay, these two guys get like $1,000 to buy everything from Amazon, and the other two guys get $1,000 to buy everything from Temu, and they see who can survive the best overnight in like Colorado, and it was like below zero. And the Temu guys, they ordered this big ass like inflatable tent, but when it came, it was only like a 4x4 tent. It wasn't even.
I'm watching
the Amazon guys, they bought a hot tent for like $130, the cheapest one they had, and a stove for like $118. And then they bought their sleeping mats and their sleeping bags and their coats and boots. And then they bought food and had everything shipped to Amazon. And in the middle of the night, the other two guys, their tent deflated. They weren't even in it. It was just laying there. And they got up and like got the other guy, little tiny 2-man tent, and they crammed 4 people in it. It was 75 degrees in that tent.
Boy, that's when you really get to know your friends.
Yeah, it was funny. It was a good video. I mean, it's like an hour long though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those I've seen reviews on those inflatable tents. They're no good for the winter.
Unless you buy like a real good one.
Well,
like
every
the
one
ones
of the
that cost like $3,000.
Every one of the reviews I saw said they inflated. They didn't inflate or implode, but they lose air, just like footballs do, in the cold weather.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like your blow up mattress in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Yeah, I think if you want to sleep on, eventually you're going to be on the floor with that fucking thing, or on the ground. But
I had one. The first one I ever bought was a queen size mattress, and it fit in the back of my van. I had that thing for years, and it never failed me. The second one I bought, same brand, total piece of shit.
Well, you probably had that's where the chain was for the handcuffs that are on the bottom of for those victims.
I got the fuzzy kind. I figured they wouldn't cut it.
Now the big, huge, giant blow-up tents that are like $3,000 that have you have to plug them in, and actually, they're more like, they're not really for camping. They're more like for setting up for a graduation party or some shit like that,
Yep.
or a wedding or something. And they have the fan that keeps going constantly. Those work pretty good, but they're, like I said, they're $3,000 to $5,000.
Hell, I just go rent a bouncy house because you get the mattress and the tent.
I'm gonna have to play with the stove though, because I got a funny feeling that if I put
I don't know, you took it off.
If I put more than 4 or 5 logs in my stove, I'm gonna be naked in like 20 minutes. So
this girl wanted me just to toss her $600 iPhone across the room to her.
Yeah, do you know how to throw?
Yeah, no, not with a sore back.
Excuses don't win football games, kid. Just throw the goddamn thing. Philly, happy Thanksgiving, my brother. Great seeing you.
Peace, bro. Yeah, I tweaked my lower back. Oh my God.
So you notice the guys in Massachusetts that hang out in here? They're guys, they're not girls. Because, we don't hang with girls from Massachusetts here. You know what I mean? Until Dish moves to Massachusetts.
Just one big old Massachusetts sausage party.
Until Dish moves to Massachusetts.
Well, you change a couple of letters around in that word.
Oh, we've been called Massachusetts. We've been called it all. Listen, you're not gonna
add a B and a T.
Somebody asked me the other day from New Hampshire, do you get mad? Do you get mad if people call you a masshole? I says, no, I wear that with a badge of honor.
Right.
Like a badge.
You got it.
But no, I do. This state, I'm telling you, it's got everything. It's got. I can go fishing offshore in the ocean, right? I obviously got lakes and huge rivers. 2 of them, 3 of them, huge rivers. 2 of them, Merrimack and what's the name of that river out there? I'm gonna mispronounce it, and it's terrible. Housatonic, something. The Berkshires, way out western part of the state in Massachusetts, absolutely fucking gorgeous. That's where a lot of your small towns are.
You can't say way out. You can't say way out west if you can get there in 3 hours.
Well, to me, it's way out west.
Now, if you're in Oklahoma and you say way out west, then you're in for a 2-day drive to get somewhere.
Well, here's the thing. If I leave my house and Phil, you still here? Nah. If I go from where my house to where Phil used to be in the Air Force in Maine, that's 7.5 hours.
Yeah, but 6 3/4 of it's in Maine, not
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're making my point.
On a dog sled.
Yeah, exactly. Correct. Thanks for narrowing it down. There were awesome. We have awesome resources in this state. I love this state. I'd stay living in this state if it wasn't for one stupid rule.
Hey, Dish.
Yes.
Just for funsies, compare the UP to Maine in size.
Okie dokie.
Maine's not small.
Yeah, Maine's pretty big.
It's not a small state.
So is the UP.
I know.
No, I'm just saying, Maine's not small.
I know people that have a house up in Maine that they go there in the summertime. And they have to take like all their food with them for like the whole entire month, and there's no cell service, there's no nothing. It's like way up there, and it's like their vacation home. And
so, Ohio, here's the another analogy for distance. Okay, so I told you I can go to the Air Force Base where Philly was in Maine. It's like 7.5 hours away. Okay, and if I go south 7.5 hours, I'm in Maryland. I can tell you that much. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'll hit DC, but I know I'm in. You know, I know I'm in Maryland.
Try typing Michigan's Upper Peninsula, VS Maine square miles.
All right.
You don't even have to do VS. Just look up the square miles of fucking the UP, and then look up the square mile here. You do that, and I'll look up the square miles of Maine. How's that?
All righty.
All right. Square miles.
Mikey has to go first, though.
Maine square miles is 30,845.1. 39th largest state by area.
So right about in the middle.
The UP is 16,452.
Oh,
so about half the size.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
We were up in the UP once going from point A to point B, two famous places. And GPS put me on the main road. And after like 4 or 5 miles, it was a 2-track. And that was the main road to get over to this other town. We're like, holy fuck, are we lost? And then I see a YouTube video, somebody else went down that same road. I said, I guess we weren't lost.
That's the other thing I love about Maine is if you're a snowmobiler, you can get in Kittery, Maine, which is the coast, okay, right over the border from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm not even going to pronounce that bridge name, okay, because that's just first of all, it's an Indian name this long, Piscataqua, whatever. Separates it's the bridge on 95 that separates New Hampshire from Maine, and but anyways, you can get on a snowmobile trail in Kittery, Maine, and then do the whole fucking state. It's phenomenal.
You know what pissed me off is last Saturday I went to visit Canada. My dad, and I left here. Not too great, not too good.
Sorry to hear.
He's down to like 98 pounds. He's just not eating.
Really?
But
that's terrible.
I left my house and I drove 5.5 hours south.
Yep.
And I was still in fucking Ohio.
Yeah, because you live in Northeast Ohio, right?
Yeah. I live at the top Northeast.
Right. That's like my cousin. My cousin drives an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes, and he's in Louisville, Kentucky. You know. Yeah.
I used to live right in the center of Ohio, and it used to be like if you leave Columbus, you can be in any state in like 2 hours. Like if you go north, south, east, or west, you know. But where my dad's at, there's no easy way to get there. You have to it's like I go south for so long that I have to go west to go hit another road that goes south and then go through Columbus. And then after I get through Columbus, I have to go east to hit another road and then hit south again. And then I got to go out and hit west to come back. It's like, man, we need a new damn highway in this state.
Bro, you need to put in and buy a helicopter.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we got a town near us is like that. It is from any direction. For some reason, it's hard to get to that city.
Now, it's funny because if I want to go less miles than the way I go, It takes longer, but it's less miles. I can drive all the way. I can take 77 all the way into Charleston, West Virginia, drive over to Huntington, and then come north from Huntington back up in Ohio and be there where my dad's at.
Right. That's like me. If I wanted to drive to Stevie's, the fastest way for me to do it is to go 90, go through Canada, and then cut through that way.
Yeah, that's the only thing bad about our state is you got to go down and around to get through it.
Yeah.
Or get to it.
But the south corner of Massachusetts, just as beautiful as the north, you know, it's called Ashley Falls. What a beautiful fucking place. Beautiful fucking place. There's some big deer out there too. Not so much here because they get hit, or you know, because so much fucking traffic.
I can't tell you how many dead deer on the side of the road I've seen coming up here. Holy.
It's terrible.
The bad thing is, it's all off of private land, a lot of it, where they're overpopulated. State land, you can't hardly find a deer.
Did you guys see the deer that I put up on my YouTube shorts?
No, I didn't even see it. Missed it.
I put up 2 YouTube shorts, and we were out by the fire in the backyard.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought you were way out in the woods camping or something.
No, we were just in the backyard. That's some city deer.
Yeah.
They come right up to you. But yeah, you can hear my son go, like, he's like not even trying to be sneaky. He's just like walking right through our camp area, you know, like where we sit. And it's like, yeah, you're done when deer season hits, dude. If you don't,
yeah,
if you're gonna act like that.
They seem to get really smart around deer season. Same with turkeys.
Yeah.
Turkeys are the dumbest bird around till it's season.
My boss, I was just calling my boss. He just went to Kentucky. And
Kentucky.
Yeah, he went down for, I guess you can hunt deer and turkey at the same time down there. You can hunt turkey with a bow or crossbow, and then they had a deer season where you can hunt with your gun or whatever. So
cool.
He bought a new Henry lever action 357 Magnum to use for deer hunting, and he put a big ass Vortex scope on it and everything, and got it sighted in. He missed 3 deer that week, and then he decided he didn't have a crossbow, so he went to like Cabela's and bought like the cheapest one, like a Barrett, that, you know, something that would be enough to use or whatever. And he took 3 shots at turkeys and missed all 3 shots. So everybody at the deer, because he's getting ready to retire, so everybody at the camp put their money together and they bought him like a fucking like $900 crossbow, like a good one. And
Wow.
they had it shipped to the camp overnight, and they sighted it in for him. They didn't let him sight it in. They sighted it in, and then he got one the next day with a new crossbow. I said, so what you're telling me is you got a cheap Barrett right now. You got for sale. And he's like, no, I gave it to my nephew.
Hey, them $300 and $400 Barretts, I don't see anything wrong with them.
No, it was like a $300 one, but he got it for like $2 something because it was on sale.
An important note of that story is they didn't let him sight it in.
That's what I was
right.
thinking.
Exactly. You know, you got to sight it in and make sure that the friggin' screws are tight on that fucking scope.
Yeah, not yank the trigger.
Yep.
Well, they also bought him like that. They used that Vortex on there or whatever that they bought, and they, you know, taught him the different, like, because he had got a rangefinder. So if you're going out 50 yards, you want to put this dot on him, you know, and if he's out 75 yards, you got to go to the next dot, you know. And
right.
He learned how to do that finally, you know. Which I had a hard time with it too when I first started learning how to, you know, shoot with scopes and stuff, because I was an iron sight guy for damn near my whole life.
That's why I love I love the scope that Ed has because it has to have, it must have at least 8 lines on it. At least 8. And he paid a lot of money for it, but it's the bomb. All you do is you bring it. Okay, that's that, and he memorizes he memorized all 8 of them, and he just does this.
The main thing is you got to shoot and get used to your equipment. But I was just thinking, if you have a bad habit of like jerking the trigger on a rifle, and then you shoot a crossbow and do the same thing, could you imagine the difference of how far you would miss?
Oh yeah.
At least I'm thinking you probably at least miss by a foot or so, wouldn't you?
I would think.
Probably.
Or maybe even more.
Because that would really affect an arrow, because it takes so much longer to get off that bow than a bullet does out of a barrel.
I've only killed one deer with a bow, and it was with a recurve. It was an old Ben Pearson. It was my dad's from like the 70s.
Nice.
It was a 75-pound Ben Pearson recurve.
Holy shit!
And it didn't have any sights on it or anything. It was just the fucking bow, string, and some arrows. And I killed a doe. That was the first time I ever went deer hunting with a bow, and I killed a doe. And I never went again with a bow. I didn't like it. I don't know.
Hey, Redneck from Hawaii. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir.
I think it's because I had to track the damn thing for so long and then drag it back to the house.
That's why I love. Another reason why I love being here is that I get 2 fucking buck tags. I get 2 buck tags, and for I think they charged me $10. For $10 a day, I can have all the fucking doe permits I want. Yeah,
it's like that here too, especially if you're a farmer. I think it's 5 acres or more.
Yeah,
I think here,
right. I think here in New Hampshire is 10, and if you're homesteading, if you're doing any type of agriculture, you just get on, they sign it for you, and you're all set. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I go to my mom's, because they got like over 10 acres, and it's in Ohio. They call it a nuisance permit.
Yeah. But don't be a dumbass and start selling it, because they're going to watch you.
Oh, so I saw a guy hit a friggin' beaver the other day, and I pull over. I'm like, oh, tell me you just hit him in the head. Tell me you just hit him in the head. Tell me you just hit him in the head. And I get up there, and I'm like, fuck.
Man, you know how long it's been since I've hit a beaver?
So I'm walking back to my truck. And this guy, because it was traffic. He pulls in. He says, "Everything all right?" I says, "Yeah." I says, "I was just checking on a beaver that just got hit in front of me." He says, "You're kidding me? Where?" I was right there, dude. You can see it right from there. He's like, "How bad?" I said, "Nah, he's toast. I mean, like the whole body. Yeah, it's." I go, I was just hoping they hit him in the head, clip him in the head. I says, he hits him in the head, I'm taking that son of a bitch home.
Were you amazed at the amount of blood in a beaver?
Dude, blood? Listen, you'd have thought that fucking, Jaws, somebody fucking hit Jaws with a fucking torpedo.
Yeah.
It was just.
Wait,
so
if they would have hit him in the head, Mikey, you're going to take him home and you're going to eat him?
I absolutely would have.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that about beavers.
I absolutely would have called Stevie. Then I would have called Stevie and said, "What do I do? How do I not ruin this hide? How do I do it?" I would have begged him to fucking walk me through how to fucking skin it.
Huh.
But yes, I would have most definitely.
What does this is asking the wrong fucking question? But what does beaver taste like?
Yeah, but just don't be a kid about it.
Correctly, it tastes like the best roast beef you have ever had.
You ever had.
Yeah,
Really?
There are people. Even Ed said it. He said, for those who don't know who Ed is working class woodsman. He thinks that he likes the taste of that better than the taste of venison now.
yeah. And it's a lot moisture and moisture, more moist.
More moist.
Wow.
But
I'm going to
you
have to
gotta
try me
get
some
all-
moist beaver sometime.
well, if you know anybody that does any nuisance trapping where you live, ask them. You know, because a lot of those guys, though, they give the carcasses to bear hunters or whatever. You know,
I don't know if you can trap beaver in Ohio, because I mean, I know that we're getting a lot of them back, but I think they were like almost extinct out of Ohio for years.
Well, they were all over, and they reintroduced them.
my next one though is what do you call it? The woodchuck.
Woodchuck.
I heard it's good.
They eat greens all in day long. There's no way that they don't eat bugs. They don't eat trash.
Whenever you're eating a new game animal, look it up and research it about removing certain glands and stuff.
Right.
Like raccoon, if you don't get these little glands off, it makes all the meat taste like crap. Literally. Learn that the hard way. What's that funny aftertaste?
Yeah. Hey, G Trapper.
G Trapper. How the fuck are you, man? Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
See that? You start talking about beaver and his ears started ringing.
Get as many of them as I have. You never eat one. They're full of worms. What?
Raccoon?
Beaver or G Trapper? Beaver or woodchuck?
Oh,
I guess, like, Steve, you might know about this, because down in Louisiana, they're trying to normalize eating those nutras.
Oh, beaver?
yeah, they are.
Oh no, I've eaten beaver. I've
Never tasted one, but man, are they weird and funky. Like a giant.
They're saying there's so many of them that like all these like fancy restaurant chefs and stuff are trying to. I watch it like on, what is it, like Good Day Sunday or whatever on CBS or whatever Sunday morning,
Right.
and they were doing like a segment about how these, like, you know, all these like high class restaurant chefs are getting together to try to normalize it to get people to eat it, because it's cheap for them to get them. You know what I mean?
I just watched a couple of videos, because that's how YouTube works. You watch one, you get another. But there's actually, in Louisiana, there is a bounty on Nutri-Rat. And all you have to do is take in like 4 inches of their tail, and you get $6. You can sit there in a boat and shoot 100 of them in an hour or in 2 hours, and you get $6 a pop for their tail. Yeah, they will literally destroy a mark. I mean, eat it right down the mud.
Yeah.
They got this instinct, or instead of, you know, spreading out, they stay in a gang.
I never saw when G Trapper, is that don't laugh at me for saying this. Is that geographical? Because it's in their muscle.
What?
I'm talking. G Trapper was letting us know that I guess beaver has a lot of worms in it. They're all balled up in their muscle.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like a parasite, huh?
Yeah. But when I was watching Ed do his, I really didn't see. I didn't see any.
Yeah, I've never looked, but I've never noticed them.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of gag sensitive to stuff. Like if I
Oh, I'm
catch a
with you,
shark,
Nick, Seth, because G-Trap is absolutely right. Because if I do wind up either, getting one or something, hey, give me 1 sec. I got somebody walking in, but I'll be right back.
right on. But
You can't
I've
really
ca-
tell, but
you know-
it's like snowing like crazy now here.
wow, be careful. You know how yellow
But
perch get those little worms in them and them little black dots?
Yeah.
I can't, if they got those on them, I can't eat them.
No.
Like, no thanks, back in the water. See ya, buddy.
Yep.
Go get one of your clean friends to come over.
Yeah.
They say they're harmless if they're cooked, but nah.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Nah.
Yeah, no. I know my friend used to call him Pepper. I'm like,
Yeah.
no thanks.
Well, if they got like a couple of dots on their scales and they come off when you scale them,
Right. Yeah.
I don't have an issue with it. But I've cut them open before, and you could see the worms right in their meat.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done that
No.
with bluegill too.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Yep.
Pass. Looks like pike bait to me.
Yep. Definitely. The redneck prepper wants to know where you're at. Are you building a room?
In the cabin. No, I'm not building a roof. Oh, that's a
room,
divider
yeah.
wall.
Oh,
Kind of built a little divider wall to give us some privacy in the little bedroom behind me.
okay.
It makes it feel more like a house than it does one big bedroom.
Right.
I mean, it's only like 25 by 12 or 20. I measured it once. I can't remember. The main room is like a living room size,
Okay.
big living room. And then you put a queen size bed in there, and it's kind of, this feels kind of weird. But I put this wall here, and it made it feel like two separate rooms. So,
Okay.
and obviously, I haven't drywalled yet. Just saying.
Just saying, just in case, yeah.
I should get some of that typical up north paneling. Make it look like an old cabin. Or some fake logs.
Yes.
That's what I should do, is put like a homestead scene. You ever seen that cheap paneling with the like paintings on it?
Yes.
Get one with like a homestead scene.
There you go.
Early American grandma.
There you go. I don't know where Ohio went.
Yeah, that was weird how he fell out. You just talking about the bad snow, and all of a sudden he blinks off.
Yep.
Have to check in on him in a while. Dude, you like, miss your driveway and hit a tree or something?
G Trapper says beaver meat is rich and very red.
Yeah. Well, the recipe I used, it was some lady in Alaska, and I figured, hey, she's from Alaska. She's got to know. I pre-boiled it in baking soda water, and then you rinse it rinse it really good, and then you put it in the oven and bake it.
Okay.
And it came out spectacular. I fed it to people. They had no clue it was beaver.
Wow.
Oh, I thought that was roast beef. It came out good. Got all the fat off and took the paws off and the teeth out.
Yeah. The big
just
red
cooked it in
teeth.
the oven with, carrots and potatoes and stuff like roast beef. It was good. Had it quite a few times.
Yeah, you used to trap those little buggers.
Yeah, the big ones I usually didn't eat. The medium-sized ones and the smaller ones, they just seem like they would be better.
Right?
Haven't been lugging, big ass trees for
Right.
3 years.
You go neck roast.
Yeah, a little more tender.
Yeah.
But it was good. I enjoyed it. Didn't gross
Well,
me
that's
out or
good.
nothing.
That's all
And
that matters.
I actually look forward to the next meal. So in
Oh,
a cold beaver sandwich with bread and butter and a little mustard,
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Huh. I knew people that ate them, but I just never thought about it, I guess.
What, your girlfriends tell you, or? My little innocent dish
Yeah, innocent.
with super rosy cheeks right now.
Yeah, they're getting that way. Plus, it's getting hot in here again.
Hot, cold, hot, cold. Forced
Hot,
air,
cold,
right?
hot, cold. Yep. Might have to turn my fan on in a minute. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
Keep this subject up. Mike could come back and there'll be 4,000 people watching.
Yeah, really.
What happened? Oh, nothing.
Nothing much.
I don't know what happened. Could have been a mirror strategically placed or something like that, Turn it back like the old days. Holy crap.
Oh, man.
Remember the first couple times on that show, I was pretty much in shock going, what do you mean anything goes? Okay. Well, come on, Ohio. What the hell? Now I'm getting worried. I have to text this to some.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I will right now.
Okie dokie.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right. What did I miss? Let me see. Beaver meat is rich, very red. Yep. Good times to eat back then. So G-Chopper, I don't know if you heard me when I asked you if the worms were a geographical thing. The only reason I'm going to ask you that is that, like, I don't know if you heard, but like, you can't, if you shoot a deer in parts of, I think it's most parts of Pennsylvania, you get that CW, whatever the fucking disease they get.
Yeah, the chronic waste disease.
Chronic waste. It's really, really prevalent there, and so.
Well, at least that's what I'm telling you. Let's be fair.
I want to say that we have to have. I don't know if it's from every state. It can't be from every state because I brought mine back whole. But if it's from Pennsylvania, it has to be deboned. Anyways,
or made you debone it.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking G-Trap if with the beaver, if that's a geographical type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got you.
You know what I mean? Is it like
could be the type of water too, the difference between a lake and a river. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like the lake we live on now, I don't think I would eat a beaver out of that lake because the lake is disgustingly filthy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they drink the water.
Look, they all lick their balls and lick their ass. I mean, Jesus Christ. We're going to worry about the lake water. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not to be
if you've seen the amoeba I've seen swimming in that lake, you wouldn't eat them either.
No, but it's, But yeah, I'm getting stoked to go, and hopefully I won't be texting Dish at 7:15 in the morning saying I just missed a fucking deer of a fucking lifetime.
Right.
Dude, I must have shook until fucking 8:30. I seriously, like, I was talking to my buddy about it the other day, and he goes, "Yeah, I know the feeling." I said, "But it was
Ohio got home and lost signal on his phone.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Damn. Tell him to turn his Wi-Fi on. How come he didn't turn his Wi-Fi on?
Oh, he probably will.
But yeah, so you know what bums me out though is that I can only hunt here like 2 Saturdays. I have to blow a day out of work and go hunting in Mass. But we're supposed to get really cold here. It's supposed to go down in the 20s, I think. What to do with my phone?
I don't want to hear no complaining if you want ice.
Oh no. I want ice. As a matter of fact, I was just just thinking today that I don't know if I'm going to be lazy or not, and take my other 2 traps to this place that has the machine, and you can line them in like fucking. You can line 2 traps in 10 minutes. You know, take me fucking half an hour to do 1. You know.
It got so cold up here that one year the Manistee River froze over enough to walk across it.
Oh wow.
Really?
And that river's got quite a current. I mean, it's a current. You can't swim against it.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a.
The coldest I've ever seen it up here was like 32 below, and that was years ago. You know, back when they used to say we were in an ice age, the mini ice age. And technically, that'd be worse than the Earth getting hotter. Just saying.
I actually think it's just nature saying, "I'm going to go back to where we used to be." I mean, because in the grand, Mikey, I think it's just part of the ecosystem. Oh, okay. All right. Here's my thought process. I'm not even being a wise ass. Of course, there's either A, global warming, or whatever, climate change. You know, I'll call it climate change. Okay. Of course there is. There's no denying it. You can't say there's no such thing, because here's the thing. If you believe that there was an ice age, right?
Ta-da.
If you believe there was an ice age, which I'm guessing most of us do, all right? The ice only still is all year round in 2 poles. So it started back then, long before a fucking, you know, pollution and trucks and whatever you want to blame it on, us and, you know, the ozone layer and all that. Well, yes. Now, did pollution hurt the ozone? Yes, it did. We all know that. Well, now it's just helping it. Okay, but it's going to happen whether you help it or not. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think we put out enough pollution to affect global weather. Are we helping? No.
Right.
But we got to clean up our act. And something else a lot of them aren't telling you, the Earth axis has changed. It tipped over a little bit. One way or the other. I don't know which way. But that has a lot to do with it.
So tonight,
let me go shut off that generator real quick.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm not in the city. I have to take my flashlight with me.
Yep.
Sunset 4:04.
Wow, that's early.
It says it's 30 right now. But on my phone, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I have to change towns. Get to be where I am. So we're headed for 30, 31, 32, 33 degrees. 8 a.m. is going to be 34. 9 a.m. is going to be 35. What's tomorrow's high? 30, 38, 37. So tomorrow's high here is going to be 38 degrees. But the low is 31. It's going to get chilly. I'd love to see it get super chilly, but
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's gonna Thursday, Friday night. Friday it's going down to 26. Saturday it's going to 22. Sunday it's going to 20. Monday it's going to be the low is 20. Tuesday the low is 20. Wednesday the low is 20. Thursday is 23. Friday the 6th is going to be 17 degrees as a low.
Wow.
Saturday it's going to be 18. Sunday is going to be 18. Monday the 9th is going to be 24. But the problem is the highs are going to be 37, 35, 39. You know what I mean? So that's the whole problem with that is that it's not cold during the day. Well, it will be on the 8th. It's going to be 31. The 7th is going to be 33. So we might, no, because then Monday's going to be 35. So we can't make much ice there. There'll be there wouldn't be enough ice to, go
Right.
on. That's for sure. But that's the coldest it's been here like that in a while. Mike just one burp from the volcano does more damage to the earth than any human ever combined. Good point, us guys. Yeah, I'm just saying that. I'm not fighting the fact that I'm just saying, it just bums me out. I got to go so far to go when I know goddamn right well. I used to take Christmas trees out of people's trash. They used to put them because back in the day we used to put our Christmas trees next to the trash barrels and the trash man will take it. And then as kids, we used to take the Christmas trees, go over to the lake and burn them out in the middle of the lake.
Oh, okay.
Drink our beers, smoke our weed, do whatever else we did as stupid kids, and we used to do all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ice fished. I don't think I've ever ice fished before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
In where around here where I live. I do know that I've ice fished, like the week of vacation, the Christmas vacation. I knew I've done that before New Year's. I've done that.
Oh yeah.
Hell, I think I've been on the ice here when I was younger, as early as late October.
Yeah, no, I never. I can remember skims of ice, but not, and I mean skim, I mean, one more degree and it's going to melt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we've had some heavy ice back in the day, not in a long time.
Yeah.
Shoot, one time here, when I was a kid, we had ice on the lake in April.
Oh, really? When I remember when I took my son camping years ago, and he went swimming, I told him, I says, listen, that water's cold. This isn't, Dad, it's hot. It's not hot. And that water's cold. He wanted to go in. His mother wasn't there. You know, I told him, I'm not your mother. You want to go do something, go do it. You know, we'll do it. We'll fucking, you know. Go ahead, kid.
Knock yourself out.
He went in and out water. He come out looking redder than the blood. The guy beside me fishing says, "You got warm clothes?" I says, yeah. I says, "Okay, now, as you dry off," he says, "Yep." I says, run to the tent and fucking change into something warm. He runs to the tent, goes back, he goes, "Dad, I got so super cold." I said, "Yep, I know." You know,
Suck the life right out of you.
well, that was May 8th, okay, that him and I went. The 7th and 8th, we went. Okay. The last ice was totally off the lake 4 days before that.
Oh, wow.
How cold do you think that water was?
Yeah, no shit.
But we were catching fucking trout, though. It was cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get some free time up here, boy. That's the first thing on my list.
But I haven't caught a trout in so long now, though. It's like, of course, my father's like, "Oh, you know, your grandfather used to swear by those salmon eggs." Fuck the salmon eggs. They don't work for shit.
Baloney.
I can't.
Right,
I never
Yeah.
catch them off salmon eggs. You know what? I
Really?
catch them off of tiny little trout worms. And they're marked trout worms right on the thing. They're skinny as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've caught them
worms,
off mealworms. You know, but
mealworms are supposed to be killer.
I've never caught them off a fucking salmon egg. Not at any time in my life.
Hmm.
Oh. You know, I used to catch off the salmon eggs. 8 million perch. My cousin and I caught like 42 perch one time. Between us.
There wasn't one old guy sitting beside you keeping all your perch that you wanted to throw back, was it?
No,
I was thinking maybe he called a trout a perch, you know.
we filled 2 5-gallon buckets, left some water, and brought them up to the cottage, and asked my grandfather if he'd clean them for us. He says, "Oh, you fucking!" He took a bucket he had at the cottage. Well, he took a 5-gallon bucket that he had at the cottage. Seriously, it's like 42 fucking perch, and he's separating everything. Out of the 42 perch, we kept 5. Hey, what? Go dump this back in the lake. I go, "Why are we putting them?" He says, "They're too goddamn small." I'm like, "Yeah, but you said," "Yeah, no."
Especially perch, because they're hard to scale.
Yeah. 3 major earth catastrophes are
weather update. I look to the east. It's nice and clear. You can see the Big Dipper and shit. You look towards Dish's house, you know, northwest, and it is black.
I wouldn't
So
mind,
something's moving in.
I wouldn't mind seeing an ice age. I
Ugh.
mean, the Earth's not going to cover in ice, that's for sure, because we have too much global warming for that to happen. But
Yeah,
I
so they
wouldn't mind.
tell us.
I wouldn't mind seeing, you know.
They say on average right now, our temperatures are actually cooler than normal throughout the summer, but warmer than normal in the winter. But overall, they're actually cooler.
But yeah, I'll never forget that day as long as I live with the 42 perch.
Yeah, that's a heyday. We had one trip like that when we were kids. We got dropped off at a lake and then had to walk, I think, like 5 miles home.
Yep.
I think there was 4 of us. We caught so many fish. This is bass and bluegill. We hit a little creek off the lake. There was like this horseshoe canal, I guess you'd call it. And it must have been spawn time or something now that I'm older. But it was the old clip stringers, like Grandpa used to have.
Yeah.
We had 3 fish on every clip on 3 stringers. The bottom of our tackle box was full. We had fish in our back pocket. And then had to walk 5 miles home. One of us had a big pike. He got tired. He was kind of dragging it on the cement until we got to the dirt road. It had no scales on one side. It was all scaled already. I'll never forget. And it was a couple of cane poles and a couple of, spinning rods.
I'm waiting for somebody to pull up a pike that doesn't have fucking 4 inches of fucking slime on it.
Oh, yuck.
I've yet to see somebody catch a pike without slime.
Oh, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
Pike are slimy, but they sure taste good.
It's all fucking snot.
Yeah, grilled pike is really good.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tasty meat. I mean, it's like no fish taste at all to it.
Yeah, G Trapper, he wanted us to throw him back. We throw him back. But he did. He cleaned. And of course, it's a teaching thing, right? So he's like, okay, guys, listen, you're getting old. You don't have to be in the canoe. You're old enough to clean your own fish, And
you catch them, you clean them.
yeah, he showed us how to do it, and he says if the fish is larger, he said, I'll show you how to fillet it, And I don't know, probably a month later, not even. My cousin gets into this nice bass, and so my grandfather shows how to fillet it, and interesting enough, he does it the exact same way most of the guys do it on YouTube.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's
the first one always takes you a minute till your muscle memory comes back, and then it keeps getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
I always thought with the bass that I was gonna miss the bone, and everybody's like, well, it's you cut the Y out right here and da 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 da. And so I was talking to Ed one day, and I go, but how do you know, And he goes, oh, you'll feel the bones. He says, and you just cut. He says, he said, you just follow the contour, and that's at the Y. He said, I don't know if you've ever skinned an animal and they cut it up. He says, but if you cut it up, he says, you just follow the contour. I'm like, okay. And that's exactly what I did, and it came out fucking perfect. What I really want to do is catch like fucking 20 black crappie and do like a huge fish fry and buy a fucking 10 boxes of fucking fish fry. You know what I mean? Fucking, and just have at it,
Now, do you just coat them with Old Bay and throw them in the grease, or you use something else?
I did Old Bay. I did, well, you mean with the flour and all that, yeah. When the last crappie that me and my son ate, I did. What did I do? I did egg flour and what? Was it crumbs? I don't know. I forget. But oh my fucking God, it was delicious.
A buddy of mine's mom used to fry bluegill and stuff.
Yep.
And is the weirdest thing. She used flour and cornmeal, and they came out super nice and crunchy. But you always had that grit of cornmeal. It's like,
I heard a lot of people use cornmeal. I don't.
The best the best homemade walleye I have ever had, I think, old timer. He coated them in crunched up cornflakes.
Really?
And then fried them. And oh my God, was it good. I think it was like cornflakes and flour. Yeah, and they came out great.
So I was watching somebody, and they do flour first, then in the egg, then they put it in the oil.
I've seen flour, egg, flour, then in the oil, like
Oh,
double
my.
dipping.
Right.
Yeah.
I just get them wet, throw them in a bag, shake the shit out of them with some flour and salt and pepper, and
Call it a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to learn how they do it. That coating on the cod when they deep fry cod and them fish fries.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, I would love to learn how to do that.
I never knew. I was watching Blue Gabe. You know, if you go offshore fishing, you know, you get a decent fish and the head's like this big, but they actually have cheek meat.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, my mom's friend used to pickle the salmon cheeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pickled salmon cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Not
so
in-
Blue Gabe's like Blue Gabe. And he eats the throats too. He
right
fries-
here.
Yeah, he fries off the throats.
Yikes.
But when he took the cheek meat, I was like, holy fuck.
Sounds like a pickled pig knuckle guy to me.
Yeah, the second thing about the dentures is that the only problem with the dentures is no more pickled pig's feet for me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
My mom used to eat pickled herring. Oh,
Pickled herring? I never had
oh
that.
my God. It came in a jar.
Yep.
She'd crack that jar and everybody in the house would run outside. She'd just sit there and having a good old time.
I love pickled eggs though.
Right.
I think it's almost time to make another batch of those too.
Wait till you go to deer camp.
Is this my
Add to the chili smell in the air, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
dish? This
Yeah.
is the one. This is the one. Look, I even rolled up the fucking
The leader,
Yeah.
yeah.
the leader. Who cares? I don't.
Right.
But you see the leader on it.
Mm-hmm.
Metal.
What, quarter inch cable, Mike?
No, it's thin. It's only it's like 18 inches long. Oh, you know when you were talking about the old stringer, the old clip stringers? Have you seen? Oh, you guys aren't on TikTok. There's a thing on TikTok. They had this little clip. They sell these clips for your leader,
Oh yeah, the little snap thingies.
and you just go. And I'm like, oh, I got to do that. That just looks too fucking easy,
Right.
you know.
By the
But
way,
no, I always have two. I have two traps, tip ups, whatever the hell we want to call them. That foot pike and or bigger, larger, fish.
by the way, in clear water, fish don't like those steel leaders too good.
Yeah, well, you should see the fucking ponds I fish in. Ain't nothing clear about that fucking shit.
There you go.
You know.
That's one thing I liked about down south. There wasn't no clear water. You couldn't find clear water. It all looked like coffee.
Yeah, no.
You could use 20-pound test and catch bluegill all day, and they weren't scared of
I'm
that.
sure on a sunny day, if there wasn't any snow on the ice, it'd probably not be a great idea. But like that fucking nasty fucking pond I when I was fishing in last year right down the street from my house. There was more fucking grass on the fucking ice than there was in the lake. But it's so dark and muddy and murky and
Right.
you know. I do have black. I have black, but it's not. They're not metal. It's nylon.
Is it braided or?
Are they braided?
Because braided holds up pretty damn good.
Stevie had to ask me if they're braided, so now I'm gonna have to pull them out of the thing. so I can give them an answer. Where the fuck are they? I have the whole package.
Wait for it. All of a sudden, I found them treble hooks.
Found them. Where the fuck are they? See, now that's pissing me off now.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I did. I had a whole. Oh, I got to take this with me so I can make coffee on the stove.
Ooh, that sounds good right now. I haven't
Yeah,
had
I'm
a
gonna
night.
take my Stanley. I'm gonna take my Stanley and fill it with water, get my instant coffee, and fucking call it a
I
day.
haven't had a night coffee in a while.
You know?
I got a new Stanley, this cook set here.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. You can get in
Yeah.
the Green Club now.
Yeah, I
Green
can,
Club.
can't I?
Mine's as black as the Ace of Spades.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, see?
What a great way to get your channel canceled.
What would I say?
Nothing. Nothing by me. I'm good with it all.
You know what I never did? And what's his name told me to do it. I never did it, and I should. M.I. Woodsman. He told me a long time ago, because I burnt it. He told me a long time ago to get rid of that fucking green thumb
Yep.
and put a D-ring on it.
Yep. Or just leave it straight up. They will melt if you lay them down for
Oh
sure.
God, yeah. Yeah.
How dumb of Stanley to put something on there that's that low temp.
Right. And why do I always have a friggin' issue putting it back?
China.
China.
No, I always have an issue folding it back up this way.
Do
You
have
got to
to push it in?
squeeze it.
No, I know, but I think
Oh.
I think when I burnt it, I think I might have warped it. I don't know. Cause see, I think because of the green thing, it won't sit flat like yours does. Oh no, there it goes.
Yeah,
But
you got to turn
how
it.
black that is.
Yep, that's awesome.
But yeah, so that's gonna be my coffee.
Sweet. Tastes the best that way.
Yep.
Just filter out the grounds with your teeth. That way you got some chaw for later.
Some chaw, yeah.
I don't mind a little grit in my coffee, as long as it settles to the bottom.
Right.
Them,
Cowboy coffee.
them specks that float around the top might have wings on them.
Right.
By the way, I only had one cup of coffee today. You know how rare that is for me to only have
I
one
only
cup?
had one today also.
Weird. I mean, we were busy all day. We both worked our asses off.
Okay.
Whoa. Mike must have found that trail hook.
Yeah. Him in Ohio.
Call 911.
Yeah.
Did Mike even look for Ohio coming back?
Probably not.
I better check. He must not have any signal.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I can unplug my phone now. The generator's off.
Oh yeah.
I was just wondering the other night, if you leave your phone plugged into an outlet, does it reverse suck the juice out of it?
I have no idea.
Just wondering.
It's a good question. It might.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Most good electrical whatevers have a switch that actually is activated when you plug them in.
Mm-hmm.
That closes when the power goes off or whatever. I don't know. It was just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
That'd take about 20 hours of YouTube research to find out.
Right. Wonder where J-Watt is too.
Uh-oh. Well, it's an off night.
True.
He might actually have a life.
Right?
Oh no, not that.
Not alive.
Who's still out there?
SKS is out there, and G Trapper and Stump was. I don't know if they're still here or not, but I know SKS is because he just commented.
Sweet.
Fishing is the most dangerous sport there is.
All depends who you stand behind.
Yeah, really. Oh, I know.
Seen that a few times.
Youch.
Some people are not born to cast. They're idiots.
Yes.
I remember being on the piers down south, and they would have signs up, no overhead casting.
Oh, okay.
You had to flick everything and do sidearm. Because of idiots like that who don't look.
Sure. Right.
Snag some poor little 9-year-old girl. I think I had one buddy like that you had to watch and stay away from, because he like, if you were at one end of the boat and he's at the other, he'd hit you right in the chest with his back cast and then cast. It's like, holy shit, dude, little control, buddy.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
Always
that's
had to
dangerous.
watch him.
Yeah.
Fucking tackle box would go flying. The net would be out there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Steve must be back. I don't know what happened, Ohio. He just blinked off. I'm telling you, it's because he said black, the ace of spades.
Could be.
And he said something that wasn't pro climate change.
Right. Yeah,
Good
he
thing
hasn't commented or anything, Mike. He hasn't texted or anything, so I don't know what the problem is.
Probably bent over at his desk to pick something up off the floor and knocked himself out. Boom.
Boom.
I hate when that happens.
Laptop goes flying.
I do that here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a cupboard that is too low over the sink, and that I brush my teeth in the kitchen sink because we don't have a bathroom sink.
Sure.
I can't tell you how many times I've bent over to rinse my mouth and bam my head on the cupboard.
Oh no.
It's Susie's fault because she's short, so she needs the cupboard low. Just saying.
Oh, I see.
You learn to live with people.
Yep.
But I'm willing to bump my head once in a while if she's willing to move to a shack with me.
Right on.
Didn't have to buy her a mink coat or nothing.
Well, that's good. No high maintenance for Susie.
Well, I had an issue with my gas card from Speedway. I put $150 on it, was going to fill my tank in the 5-gallon buck jugs. And the pump screwed up. I used the card at the pump. The pump screwed up, so I swiped it a few times. And then I went inside and reported the pump being goofy, and they swiped it a couple times. Well, they think somebody's trying to commit fraud if that happens, so they lock your card.
Oh, no.
I couldn't use my card for 2.5 days, and finally I got through to customer service, and they had to transfer my money to another card in order to fill my tank.
Oh, no.
When just before that, it was bad weather, and I couldn't sleep for about 3 nights. Susie got impatient, got in her car, and came up here by herself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was up here 2 days on her own.
Wow. She does like it up there.
She gets anxious, man, when she's ready to go. She's ready to go. And well, the thing is, she house watches for people down in the city.
Yeah.
And she had just been down there for about 2 weeks or 7 days or something. So she was ready for some relaxation. There he is.
Did you get my text?
Just now.
I think Ohio's in the trunk.
Oh, is it? Sorry about that,
Well,
folks. I lost internet upstairs. I thought if I lost it upstairs, I'd still have it down here. That's not how it works.
Yeah, whoops. There he is.
But so what was I saying?
Something about Wisconsin and cheese.
No.
What was it, Dish?
He was talking about his leaders on his tip ups.
Oh, you're no fun.
Yeah, I have the black ones. I don't know where they are, Stevie. I'm gonna have to find them.
Right on.
But I think I don't believe it's braid.
Gotcha.
Hey, Mikey, you like my new hat?
Yeah.
Mega. Middle of life.
The champagne of beers.
Right. Fucking middle of high life. Oh my God, it's like drinking a bottle of Camel piss.
I used to like it when I was a kid once in a while.
I like Schlitz and Budweiser and Pabst Blue Ribbon.
See, I'll drink Miller over fucking Budweiser.
Bud Heavy though, it can't be Bud Light. Bud Light's fucking disgusting.
Bud Light gives you diarrhea almost instantly. Just saying.
I can't do
Me.
Bud Light.
Doesn't work in my body.
I can do Coors Light. The problem with Coors Light is when I was drinking, goddamn fucking 12 beers in, I finally get that fucking, oh, okay, now I'm getting hammered. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck? I'm drinking water.
Well, they might put that delayed buzz in there like tequila. You do about 5 shots of tequila and the buzz hits you when you're halfway walking home.
Nothing like a crock pot full of beef stew before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yummy. There's a term I bet you haven't heard in a while since you were a kid. Do you remember creeper weed?
No.
That was like a thing for a while.
Creeper weed. Are you talking like where you smoke it and like it doesn't do anything, so you smoke another one and it doesn't do anything, so you smoke a third one, and then all of a sudden it hits you like a fucking brick wall?
Yeah. It sneaks up on you. Creeper weed.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've only heard stories about it.
Yeah, that's the one Dish tried to force on me.
Yeah.
No, I've never had creeper weed. I've had creeper booze, you know.
Tequila will do that.
No, I had a
Oh, by the way, breakfast is already done too.
Does the booze turn you into a creeper?
If I'd learned how to make it again, I couldn't drink again, but I would give it to my wife. Years ago, bartender at this restaurant in my hometown, he says, Mike, you driving tonight? I goes, oh, God, no. I says, no. I walked across the street because I had moved at the time. And anyways, he goes, I want you to try something. I'm like, okay. Brings it over. Bought a glass a little bit bigger than this one, you know, beer glass, you know.
Yikes.
Called Red Death. I go, why do they call it Red Death? He goes, I don't know. They should call it Hawaiian Punch. I go, why? And I took a sip. I'm like, oh, Hawaiian Punch. I went just like this. Gone. I said, can I get another one of those? And he's looking at me. He goes, Mike. Can I have another one? He's like, yeah. He was, do me a favor. He says, don't drink it like that. I said, I love Hawaiian Punch, though. That's the whole. Apparently, it's got like 8 liquors in it. And let me tell you about how do you say creeper?
Yeah. Wham!
Sitting there, everything's fine and dandy. We're talking, shooting the shit. And he looks at me. He's like, huh? He's like, Mike, you are getting up there with your tolerance of booze. I'm like, well, that's good. I said, that's good for you guys. That means I have to buy more to get fucking hammered. I stood up to take a piss, to go take a piss. Oh my.
Here
I'm like,
we go.
well, I leave that much of a mess if I just piss myself and walk out the door. Because there's no fucking way I'm making it to the men's room.
Dude,
When I was in high school, we'd go to like Tractor Supply or whatever and buy one of the big horse troughs. And we'd have like a hairy buffalo party out in the middle of a fucking field in the middle of nowhere. You ever had a hairy buffalo party?
No.
where you just start dumping all the liquor into
All
the.
that different liquor, and then there's fruit juice, and sometimes people throw fucking sherbet ice cream in it and everything, man.
Yep, we used to call it jungle juice.
Okay.
Pineapple, peaches, you name it. And man, that stuff tasted so good.
And you know what? We all carried that 32-ounce McDonald's cup from the 92 Olympics with like
Right.
Larry Bird or Magic Johnson on it.
Yep.
You just dip it down in there. You know, just
But I remember they carried me home.
Yep.
Of course, this is after like fucking 7 beers, 6 beers. So it's like,
But I used to do a lot of commercial building when I lived in New Orleans, and every bar I built, the trail leading to the bathroom, they used to make us put the floor about 5 degrees out of tilt on purpose.
so it's like they're walking straight.
Yeah. No, it makes you walk crooked, and then they cut you off and throw you out. And how many bars have you tripped out of the door when you went to leave?
Oh,
They put that little sill on there.
I'm still surprised. There's only 2 places I've only been shut off at. Only 2 out of all those years of drinking and all the shit that I pulled.
Well, that was about 5 years before all the lawsuits started.
You know.
we were talking about today. It was some comic. We've seen it. Some comics said it, but we were laughing our ass off and talking about it. A couple of years ago, when the Me Too movement was going ever strong, and everybody was like doing hashtag Me Too, saying that they've been sexually assaulted or whatever.
Yep.
To the old generation, that's not a hashtag. That's a pound. So pound Me Too was going around for a couple of, and we were laughing our ass off at that, man. And comics started talking about pound Me Too. He's like, where do I sign up for this? Oh, man. Yeah, so crock pot full of beef stew, and then
Man, that sounds dangerous.
the biscuits are already done and sitting in a Ziploc bag for the morning because we got sausage gravy to go over them. So,
Yeah,
Oh.
you know what I did the other day? I got lazy because I don't know how to make gravy, and we had Kentucky Fried Chicken. So the next morning there was extra buns and whatever biscuits and all that shit left over, and I'm like, I wonder how good an egg would taste over that fucking biscuit and the bread and the fucking gravy. I said, well, we're about to fucking find out. So I nuked the fucking biscuits, fried like 3 eggs. And
Don't nuke them.
I covered I covered it with fucking, what do you call it?
Gravy.
With brown gravy.
Yeah.
And oh my fucking God. She's like, what are you doing? I goes, don't worry, I'm happy. And I was fucking mowing. Mikey's, it's snowing up there. No, it's not.
Don't here. Helpful hint: don't nuke them biscuits 1 second too long. They turn into hockey pucks.
Yeah.
Especially on the edges. That middle might be salvageable, but them edges are like dog treats, man.
All right, since we officially turned it into a food chat now.
Dude, you're about a half hour late.
I know.
We were talking fried fish a minute ago.
Deviled eggs, fan or not?
Awesome.
Yeah, okay. I watched this guy on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or so. I don't know where I seen it from. But he was making deviled eggs, and he cooked up some bacon.
Oh,
And he chopped up the bacon, and he mixed the bacon in with the yolks, you know, the yellow part that you're
Yeah.
going to put in later. But then he took his halves and he dipped them in egg and then like breadcrumbs, and then put those in the air fryer and air fried them for like 5 minutes, and then brought them out. And then he put the bacon, like yellow yolk stuff, in the deviled egg. I was like, oh, I had to pick my chin up off the ground.
that sounds pretty epic. A little crunch when you bite them.
Oh, it looks so good. I was like, man, those have to be good with the bacon, the little chunks of bacon in it too.
Dude, we got a smokehouse up here. I took dish. They put bacon in their mac and cheese. Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
we have bacon mac and cheese at the ballpark here.
That was totally worth about IBS.
Dude,
Right.
and I don't know if I probably did tell you this, but when the boys were little, I'd feed them mac and cheese and cut up a hot dog.
Yeah.
You thought that was the best fucking.
Now you
Yeah.
switch them hot dogs to a good smoked sausage, I'm with you. I'm not a big hot dog fan. Once in a blue moon, and if you can burn them on the barbecue a little bit, I'll take one.
Dude, I'll throw a can of tuna and some macaroni and cheese, and it's good.
Yeah, tuna mac.
Uh-oh.
Getting tired?
Yeah,
Never
but
relax.
You have a Katy Perry moment. You see him like,
No,
guy
shit.
quit.
No, both the eyes are doing this. So, listen, we're gonna get out of here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be out.
Okey-dokey.
Creeper
I
weed.
heard that
And that's what we're talking about, creeper weed.
Sure.
He was just fine,
Telling you.
and then all of a sudden, bam.
Shut, it's me.
well, that and them old side effects from that, you know.
I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you guys, everybody out in that comment section for coming in, and it's good to see everybody finally again.
Right.
I'm going to be up north, so I won't see you either Friday or Saturday. So
Woohoo.
I'll see you the following
Oh
week.
man, we're doing a hell of a chat Saturday, and you're not going to be
Probably.
here.
You know?
Oh man, we got
I'll
the,
drive down to the store and steal the Wi-Fi. Maybe I
Working Class Woodman's coming, and G Trapper.
can keep it up.
M.I. Woodsman.
Keep it up, and they're going to start calling me the Unabomber. Just saying. Just saying. All right.
Who else? We got some big names. It got 45s coming.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna have a huge chat.
Hey, you guys want a good view? If you got some spare time, Joe Rogan did a podcast with
JD Vance,
no, the working guy.
Mike Rowe.
Yeah. I was watching it when the link come in. It might actually make you smarter. They were using some pretty big words. But Mike Rowe was giving his full history, how he got started in the opera singer and all that shit.
Yeah.
It was his whole career was a fluke. He got in the opera by busting in the stage door and went in there with no union card, no nothing, and just started singing of this short opera that he learned off of Walkman and got into the Boston freaking opera thingy.
Wow.
All right.
Pretty interesting.
All right, you
Mr.
guys.
Rowe.
We are out of here. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks everybody for being here. It is much.
Peace, everybody.
It's